What's up, guys? I'm here with Marquese Martin-Hayes with El Grupo Noble, and we're sitting outside of the room. We're doing this interview real quick because I'm getting ready to leave in just a few minutes, and I want to make sure I get a soundbite from you. Yes. We're here at the Lead Jitsu conference of Dream to Lead.
Yes.
And Marquese, you've had the honor and pleasure to hear several speakers today.
Yes.
Started with James Keys and then Denise Johnson.
Yes.
And who's currently speaking?
Susan Arnold.
Susan Arnold. Okay.
Yes.
And tell me first of all, why did you come to this event?
Well, I'm speaking at today's event as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're a speaker
That's
too.
the main reason why I flew in for this.
Yes.
But the idea that we all want to become leaders, and not really having a pathway to get there. If we look around the world right now, there's a lot of people in leadership positions. They're not leading. They're just in positions. And as a result of that, we have a lot of chaos. I am deeply interested and invested in those that want to lead, that we have conversations and dialogues to cultivate leadership versus it's do this, don't do that. And you're not present at all. And as a result, just look around. Leadership is not quite what we'd like for it to be. Yeah.
And what is the unique, in looking at the three leaders and yourself, and the other ones that are speaking today, because this thing goes till 6 tonight.
That's correct.
Okay, so what is one of the other commonalities that y'all share, like that you say, this is our jam, this is our, this is the same cloth we're cut out of.
Yes. One of those things, obviously, outside of having a dream and pursuing it, is the idea of courage. It takes courage to lead, to dream. It takes courage because, again, not having the real role model to teach you how to lead, it's a constant self-discovery. And self-discovery is not very easy. It takes courage to do that because it also means, like Dr. Susan's talking about right now, being open to feedback. And if you're not open to feedback and criticism and guidance or coaching, then it's going to be impossible for you to be successful or the way you imagined it in your mind's eye.
I had a counselor one time tell me, if someone calls you a horse, go buy yourself a bag of oats. And that was a teaching moment for me to say, go do what people are telling you to do so you can be successful. Do you agree with that?
I absolutely agree. As a matter of fact, I heard something similar. I think it was T. Harv Eker. He said, don't tell people what you do. Pay attention to what they say they get from you and then build them for it.
Nice. That's very cool.
And that's how I got started in what I do.
Okay, and El Grupo Noble, talk a little bit about that.
Excellent. So El Grupo Noble is my personal company, and what we do is consult. Consulting is a part of what we do. It's typically when I'm on the road, our goal is to stay noble. The work that we do is noble work. It's work that's designed for the human race. And anytime I'm talking, that's the baseline of what I'm talking about is how can we be better as humans, and that's what El Grupo Noble is all about.
When I read the sign, it says advancing humanized leadership.
Yes.
Could you break that down a little bit for me so I can understand, the viewers and myself can understand?
Absolutely. So we talk about advancing humanized leadership. When we slow it down, to be honest with you, I don't think most of us are human. But no, really what I mean by that is we're disconnected from ourselves.
Oh, okay.
And as a result, we're just doing the machine work of what we call leadership.
Oh,
or we're just putting people in line. As a matter of fact, Jim Keys talked about a guy that was a part of an organization. He was in the C-suite who had never understood how to read a balance sheet.
Wow.
How do you get there?
That's
not leadership. That's the system working. But when we take the time to connect with people with where they are and we empower the strengths that they have and then place them in leadership according to that, to me, that is advancing humanized leadership. Because now you're not expected to function in a role. You're expected to exceed in who you are, which gives us the capacity to fill in people with where they belong.
Wow.
And when that happens, things flow better.
It's like a little Rubik's Cube with only maybe 3 or 4 colors instead of whatever how many are on the thing.
Then they just go in certain spots.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's talk about Rhonda Y. Williams and who she is in your heart. Who do you believe her to be in your heart? And how she represents.
She's an incredible woman. Rhonda Y. Williams and her. First of all, once you meet her, the presence that she offers, the smile that she brings, is incredible. But her heart and desire to help people know how to be effective. That's the whole advancing humanized leadership, right? That's what Lead Jitsu is all about. Taking certain steps and practicing them to cultivate who you are. And her, I believe it's 15 points because of those 15 points, it allows us to discover our weaknesses, but also strengthen those areas so that we shine when we get there. So it is my honor to come and serve alongside of her.
Absolutely.
Now and in the future.
Awesome. Today you'll be speaking.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about what you hope people take away from listening to you today.
Excellent. So today I hope they take away the reevaluation of who they really are. I'm very, very big on self-awareness.
Yeah.
And unfortunately right now, around 5% of people are self-aware. According to research, 10 to 15% have it, 5% live it. If only 5% live it, that means 95% of us, I used to say, are fake, phony, and just trying to figure it out. But the real truth is, we're not fake, we're not phony.
Yeah.
We're just hiding. We're hiding behind the corners, and we're putting out a representative instead of fully showing up. So I'm going to talk about the necessity of that in leadership so that we do the lead jitsu work.
Yeah.
And actually start advancing humanized leadership.
One last question, and it reminded me of a book called the Genius in Christ. Okay?
Okay.
And the book talks about how we all have a genius inside of us that's
Yes.
just trying to break
Yes.
out.
Yes.
Do you feel that way?
I absolutely do. I never read that book, and I don't remember a philosopher that I studied, but I do believe that we all have unique geniuses, and unfortunately, they're not equally highlighted. And as a result, we hide because we are not in a space that allows us to grow. So I absolutely believe in that.
Awesome. If people want to get a hold of you for consulting, where would
Absolutely.
they reach you
Several places. One, Instagram, social media is the easiest, obviously. The Marquese, TheMarquese, or YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel where I'm constantly sharing ideas and concepts. You can meet me there, or you can simply go to marquese.us, among other places to locate me. But I'm findable, as Deion Sanders would say.
at? I love that, right? That ain't hard to find, right?
I ain't hard to find.
I love
Marquese Martin-Hayes. Just Google me. I'm not hard to find.
Marquese, it's a pleasure to get to know you and meet you
Thank
today.
you.
I wish I could stick around and stay a little longer to hear you speak. Unfortunately, I got somewhere I got to be. But I'm going to look you up and see if we
Thank
can
you.
get you on one of my podcasts and,
I would love
come
to.
out and talk about what you're passionate about.
Thank you for being here with us. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
You
Mark.
too.